Greetings. Today, the moon continues in Gemini, bringing a focus to mental things, information, processing information, language, communication. It's a good day for doing a little bit of writing or sharing your thoughts out loud by talking them through with a friend. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Tuesday, March 24th. And that moon continues in Gemini. Today we're heading into the first quarter moon on Wednesday. And so as we move through the moon cycle, we are unfolding the energies that were planted at the beginning of the moon cycle with the Pisces new moon that was just a little bit less than a week ago. So we're moving those energies forward, and the Pisces new moon was the seeds being planted of a bigger picture of connection to wisdom, to spirit, to spirituality, to guidance, and the heart, right? The needs of the heart, where love wants to flow, learning how to trust that flow. So we can look at today's Gemini moon from that perspective of how are we learning more about Pisces and our ability to connect to our spiritual needs through the vibe, the mood of Gemini with the moon. And so how we process information can help us connect to that bigger picture of intuition, of flow, and trusting the flow. And so we may want to process what we're feeling by our ability to put it into words. And that makes it a good day for conversation, talking things out loud, thinking out loud with a buddy, somebody you can have a nice connection with, a conversation, somebody to just chat with and kind of process what is moving through you in terms of what you think. And right, sometimes speaking it out loud helps us get more clear about what we think or what we're noticing. It's also a good day for some journaling, and that's a great self-care activity, writing some things out. So whatever you're feeling, whatever you're noticing, that's coming up for you, try putting it into words, and you might be surprised what you notice, what comes through that is being revealed at those deeper levels about what is true and important to you and meaningful to you, what you're noticing, what you are seeing come to the surface that maybe was hidden, maybe was there but not being put into words, not being shared or articulated. And that could be in some situation that is happening in your own life. It can be how you're processing things that are going on in the world, which are coming at us so fast these days that it can be really a perfect time to attend to our, our more spiritual needs. And remember, that's important, right? We have to stay centered within ourselves. We have to remember who we are. We have to remember how to be in the world, right? We have to keep going. And so connecting to what brings meaning to our lives, what's important, what matters, the people you love, the people you care about, maybe the people who are no longer living, but whose spirits still speak to you, and maybe even people that are not born yet, right? Thinking about how your choices and actions impact future generations. So, a lot of times we relate to this through our own family and our family lineage. And so how you're doing that healing work through connecting to your own spiritual healing and your spiritual journey, that is, and this is Pisces stuff, right? So it is about doing that healing work for generations past and generations still to come, future generations. So big picture stuff, but we can help to process it, to help the energy to move with the Gemini moon by focusing on words and language and communication. And so the journaling can be a great way to get in touch with some of your own deeper feelings and things that are moving and surfacing and coming to your awareness, or talking to a friend, someone you care about, someone you trust, right? Somebody you can talk through things. Maybe it's not even somebody close, right? It's just that ability to kind of say things out loud and help yourself get more clear about what you think in the process of talking it through. We also have today that moon square to Mars in Pisces. So also bringing in that Pisces energy. Yesterday, the moon squared Mercury in Pisces. So those squares bring a challenge or a conflict, or like something, something in your way, right? A barrier in your way, or a pebble in your shoe, or something like that, that is like nudging you, saying, okay, stop. Let's think about this differently. What needs to be fixed? What needs to be dealt with? Where do we need to see things from a different perspective? So if you're walking along with that pebble in your shoe, you need to stop and take the pebble out, right? It seems obvious, but sometimes in our lives, when that is a metaphor for what else may be going on, we may not be taking the time to stop and deal with the pebble, and instead trying to manage, the big things that are happening around us. So deal with the pebble. And that Mars energy also is trying to move forward, but it's in Pisces, so it's more like swimming than making that definitive movement forward. So it's about kind of doing that energy of trusting the flow and trusting that where you are headed will become more clear as you kind of come into yourself, right? And get more clear about what matters to you and what you think. So with this Gemini moon, great time to process your thinking. Those are my thoughts for today. Thank you for being here. I am Marina Orms, and I am here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're ready for a deeper dive, go check out transformationalastrology.com, where I will be posting some new content soon. So go ahead and grab a free account there, and you will be notified when anything new becomes available. Thanks for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.